One of the most unique Terraria mods has finally just updated. The JOOST mod, which is one of the most creative Terraria mods to exist, is finally back. Let's hop in game and check it out. This is a very exciting video. The JOOST mod has finally come out to 1.4.4 Team Mod Loader as an early access beta, and you gotta be in the JOOST mod Discord to access it because everything is not fully implemented / completed. You know, it's not up to date yet. JOOST is a busy college student, and as you can see, there's so much content for him to touch up and tweak. But I'm still excited nonetheless because my greatest love in Terraria, the Tome of Greater Manipulation, is back in my hands. Yet again, watch this. Pick up the green slime. Oh my god. Toss him. But if you don't know the JOOST mod, because it hasn't really updated for like the last couple of versions, we're about to just kind of breeze over it. Let's start off with, of course, the bosses in the mod. Majority of these bosses are post mood lord, but there is at least one pre-hard mode one, and it is this right here, the giant alpha cactus worm. Now again, I don't know if everything's implemented 100%, but usually you would find this dude, I think probably post either, post I maybe, and he'll just be chilling in the desert. Like you will find his body just chilling in the desert. But since this is early access, don't know if that exists or not, but let's go ahead and bring him out. I don't know if the health bar is going to be right. You know what, I'm going to put them to expert. Bring in the alpha cactus worm. You know how I feel about desert bosses, you know how I feel about worm bosses, but more desert bosses are always needed because technically we don't have one besides the little desert elemental, whatever you want to call it, mini boss. But this is a worm boss, nothing too crazy. So let's beat it up then, just to see, you know, what happens. We have beat it, nothing happened, that's it. Just kidding. Round 2, baby. And as we can see, the grand cactus worm, oh, he got movements. He moving like a snake. It's a whole other fight. The first one was just like a mirage. I don't know if that's the right word. Facade? I don't know. You guys know the Alaskan bullworm, how they thought the bullworm was his tongue? Yeah, this is the vibe I'm getting from this boss. We were playing with his tongue. Pause. You're gonna need a pretty decent sized arena to take on this dude because he shoots out spike balls. He's got all these spike attacks he's launching at us, and he's pretty big and he moves very weird. He's got some very sporadic movement, which kind of makes him a little bit different from normal worm bosses. I also like that he goes underneath where you're standing and attacks upward. That's a little bit different. This dude, he's trying to switch up all the angles he hits you from. As you can see, we get lower, his spikes come out of his body, so now he's got a little bit higher defense. He started making those metallic noises when we started hitting him. A little bit harder to kill. You probably got to hit him in just the head now, right? Yeah, so a little change of pace of a worm boss fight. And look at this, we also get his head. Yes sir, anytime you get head is a good time. Now on to everybody's favorite boss from the mod, including my favorite, Jumbo Cactuar. Welcome, or as I like to call him, Cactuar. Does he have the music? Hold on, I can't even hear. Oh, he does have the music. Okay, music's a little bit quiet, but it's fine. But come on, bro, this dude is OG. I'll pull up the first video I fought this dude in on the screen with the date probably. This dude's an OG. He's been here since the beginning of me playing modded Terraria pretty much, and I love him so much. As we can see, he's got these little needles around us. He's a post moon lord boss, so he's got a good amount of health. Damn, look at all these spikes. He's spawning in even smaller ones to attack us, and obviously is a Final Fantasy reference. That's a majority of the JOOST mod, is just other video game references implemented into Terraria. And I think honestly I like mods like this more than I like just regular giant content mods, because there's just so much fun stuff in here from not only video games but just other like media. But yeah, let's beat him up a little bit because he's kind of filling the whole screen. Does he have any other attacks? No idea. This is an older age boss, and again, JOOST is a busy man, so he hasn't had time to update everything, like add in master mode attacks or just update attacks in general. So honestly, we've probably seen a majority of the attacks, but I just love this dude. That's it. Pure nostalgia. I just love him. God damn, there's so many little ones. Get him out of here. After that, we have another reference to another game, aka Metroid with SAX. As we can see, starts off as Samus. I haven't played like any of the Metroids. I remember I played Metroid Prime back in the day on GameCube, and I remember being so motion sick playing that game. But I am not touching our Metroid then. It's a series that's on the backlog, but you know how it goes with the backlog. But crazy attacks, of course, mimicking attacks we would see from Samus. Let's do some damage though, and when I say some damage, probably just kill it. We do see some rockets shot out every now and then along with the regular attacks, but let's see what happens when we kill it. Oh, Ew, nasty, disgusting. I actually really like Metroid bosses in Terraria, so this and the Metroid mod are like low-key perfect for that. But yeah, now we got SAX, sort of the what even is SAX? It's like a parasite, right? A parasite that controls Samus's suit, and it morphs into the second phase. Got a lot more attacks, a lot more active. But let's do damage to this too, and let's see what happens. Hold up, it's got one more phase. The parasite itself, it just vanished. I don't know if that's a bug. Maybe it's not implemented, but it's supposed to be a third form of like the straight up parasite itself, and you fight that too. It's a 3-form boss, which is pretty interesting. Doesn't happen too often in Terraria, so it's nice to see a boss switch it up like that and have 3 forms. The final boss from the JOOST mod is Gilgamesh and Enkidu. Hopefully I pronounced your name right. Another little duo from Final Fantasy. I think I like Enkidu though. Look at him. He got like wings and he's in that crazy pose. That pose does not look comfortable. But yeah, I don't know. Is there music? Let's see. Yeah, okay, there's some music. It's just very quiet. But yeah, let's kill Enkidu first. Obviously, gotta kill the sidekick and not the main character. You see, Gilgamesh, he got all kinds of attacks. He's throwing axes. He's doing a little jumping spear slash halberd stabs, trying to hit me with like a melee combo, Smash Bros combo. But let's take Enkidu out. He's shooting out the tornadoes. I don't want any of these projectiles in the arena, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. And he even said, I'm out of here. Sidekicks are not to abandon the hero. This dude really thinks he's the main character, not me. Come on now. But let's do damage to him and get him to his second phase here. He drops a little dialogue and boom. Look at that. Spins into the next form. He's got what, like 6 arms, 8 arms? I could do a lot with 8 arms if you know what I'm saying. But he's got all kinds of weapons. Where the hell did he go? He's got swords. Whoa. He's got swords. He's got flails. He's got halberds, throwing axes, all kinds of stuff. So the fight gets a little bit more versatile. You got to adapt a little bit. And now he's bringing out Excalibur. He just, okay, never mind. He just threw Excalibur. He didn't really want it anymore. I'll take that. And then he's starting to bring out some other weapons. Whoa. My boy brought out a portal of swords. It's a pretty sick fight. For this being an older mod made a while back, it's a pretty advanced and sick fight, honestly. He's even got, what is that big ass sword? Is that the breaker blade? He's even got a shield too. This is crazy. My boy's got all kinds of abilities, but let's take him out. I don't know if I glitched it out by killing him with a tome, but he straight up vanished from existence. Again, it's in beta, so it just might be that too. Now, the next cool thing about the JOOST mod is there is like a whole little quest system slash bounty system. You need to talk to the hunt master here, and he will give you quests slash hunts. Don't know if they're 100% working yet, but there is like a bunch of mini bosses. For example, you saw us get this head of the Grand Cactus Worm earlier, and we should be able to turn that into him once it's fully implemented. And then he gives us a reward, either a weapon, a mount, some sort of unique item that you can use. And look at this. These are all the quest items here. You get some from vanilla bosses, you get some from the JOOST mod bosses and mini bosses. It's pretty sick because you end up with cool weapons like the tomato head. Look at this thing. I can literally low-key take flight with this thing. You get a wall of flesh shield, which this could be your sort of replacement for Eye of Cthulhu shield. Just a bunch of cool things that you get from doing the little quests. Now I do want to show off the little mini bosses and stuff you fight, because they are low-key one of my favorite things about this mod is the quests are associated with mini bosses. For example, one of the mini bosses is this Forced Vengeance, a little like spooky ant, and they all got a good couple attacks. When I think of mini bosses, these are what I'm thinking of. Little quest mini bosses where you get some cool unique loot from them. Another one, Rogue Tomato, which I believe this is an enemy from Final Fantasy. Who doesn't love fighting living tomatoes? There's a giant pink slime. There's this giant bird that's supposed to, I think, pick you up and drop you. In hard mode, I believe you fight this storm wyvern, which is a sick looking wyvern. Just a bunch of cool things from this mod. And I think my favorite weapon out of all the rewards is this Doom Cannon right here. As you can see, it takes a little bit to charge up. That means it has to be strong, right? I guess in a way you can say it's strong, but it's strong in a different type of way. Oh my god. Yeah, a different type of strong. That thing will probably still insta kill something though. Now the JOOST mod also has a bunch of very unique weapons in it. Again, we talked about how there's weapons from all types of games. We got like straight up fists that we can punch people with, all kinds of combos. Left click while grabbing to pummel, so I can straight up grab an enemy. Hold up, let's bring in somebody. Desert Golem, grab them And then now I'm gonna beat the shit out of him. This kind of looks sus. I don't know about using this weapon actually. Look like I was jerking him. I'm not gonna lie. But all types of unique weapons. Look at this. We got the One Punch Man fist in here too. The Dream Nail. We got some Hollow Knight stuff. Like a lot of cool and unique weapons. We got stuff like this, straight up water bending type weapons, which is pretty sick. But the weapons that I really care about from this mod, and shout out Juice. If you watch my old Terraria videos, you would know that I had a lot of lore associated with my characters in my old Terraria mod pack videos. Mainly, they all had legendary weapons. And the source of those legendary weapons is the Juice mod, of course. As we can see, we got Book's Bullet Hell, Nunderson's Glove, Warhammer of Grognak, Larkus's Tome, Staff of David, Uncle Carius's fishing pole. And if we put these all in our inventory, check them out. If you don't know how legendary weapons worked back in the day, there was kind of a little popularity with legendary weapons. I believe the Calamity mod had a couple. Juice mod might have been the originator. I'm not 100% sure which one did it first. But these legendary weapons, they scaled every time you beat a boss from the mod or a vanilla boss. So that means every boss we killed, the weapon got better. So it is a weapon that you can literally use from beginning to end. As you can see, just killed it, it just went up like 2 damage. It went from 130 something to 140. And I believe if you create a character and the name of your character is the name of the weapons, as you can see, if you name yourself Book, Nunderson, Grognak, you will end up spawning with this weapon, I believe is how it works. Because back in the day, I think you used to have to get the drops. But they are all very unique weapons, and the greatest part was how they also scaled. I just love the idea of a weapon like that. But, you know, we could go ahead and show them off a little bit. They all have very unique attacks. Grognak's hammer, I haven't used this hammer in a minute, so it's a lot different than I remember. Oh my god, do a flip. We spin, like, come on, that's sick. Larkus's Tome, I believe this is a summon. So hold up, let me boost our summon slots. Look at that, the little tiny soul around me. And as I bring in more and more summons, it gets stronger. Kind of like a earlier version of the Tiger Staff. We got the Staff of David, which is just a great weapon. Straight up beam, right click to fire bolts. We got Uncle Carius's fishing pole. Now, if you guys don't know, there's a Terraria mod that adds in fishing poles that you can use as weapons. And that's the class I played as when I did that specific character. So pretty much that's what this is a fishing pole we can use as a weapon. And we can also right click and shoot fish at people. But pretty much a majority of the Juice mod is like Game Raiders lore in a mod. And then on top of Juice's creativity and other things that they wanted to add in. Like, look at these anniversary pictures. That's literally me fighting the Jumbo Cactuar. The 2nd year anniversary, you know, a little bit more basic. The 3rd one is literally all my characters from my Terraria modded series with the main villain in the background. Same thing with this one. This is Grognak with his hammer. And then this 5th one, I believe, is just a picture of JOOST. So there's a lot of Game Raiders lore associated in the Juice mod. And I love Juice so much for it. Shout out to Juice. That's the boy. Let's check out some of these cool mounts though. We got a plane that like actually works like a real plane. Like, look at this. Kind of hard to control. Like, you could straight up nosedive and everything. We got this, the little ball that Aang uses. We got a dirt board. Slide down slopes to gain velocity. Okay, let's get down these slopes now. Hold up, we gotta get a nice slope right here. Look at that. Oh, hold up, we could get like a crazy slope going. I could actually like slide down like crazy fast. We got fiery souls, straight up become Iron Man, or straight up use like the fire they be using. That might be another Avatar reference, the way that they can shoot fire out of their feet and to fly around. We got this thing, everyone's favorite mount, the sand shark. Nobody even knows this thing exists. It does swim through sand, so let's see. Oh shoot, we got a scooter. Yes sir, I'm cruising. We got slabs of stone, and then we got a water board. Dang, this thing moving kind of fast. I thought it was a water board, but it was moving pretty fast above water. But yeah, that was like a majority of content in the Juice mod. Obviously, there's so much to cover in it. There's so many cool weapons, armors, like look, Havel's armor. We got all these Genji sets here, which are like super high level armors. We got a boot. Look at this. My boy in a boot like he's a Mario enemy. What the hell? You see that? My dude shirtless. But there's so much fun stuff. You got the OG Game Raiders fit in there. Just a lot of good stuff, man. I'm so hyped that it is on current day T-Mod Loader. Especially since I can use the Tome of Manipulation again. Watch this. I'm about to make the Moon Lord dance. Bring him in. Bring him in. Hey, 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 hey. I'm about to make him hit some flexes he didn't even know he could do. Look at that. Behind the head. Hold up, he grabbed his head. Oh my god, this dude's a magician. But yeah, shout out to Juice for slowly updating the mod. It again is not fully out yet. It's still in early access. He's gonna fully finish it before he releases it. But if you were a part of the JOOST Discord, which I believe is a closed server now, or doesn't have an actual new link to join, then you should have access to these early access versions. So if you're an OG, boom, you get rewarded for it. He did also update his crouch, crawl, and roll mod, which is also a sick mod. I might do a separate video on that. This dude is laughing at me over here. Shut up, bro. But yeah, I'm excited for this mod to be back. I can play with the Toma manipulation thing, and we're gonna have a lot of fun with that. Maybe even can Terraria bosses survive come back, but the only problem is Ekdeath still doesn't exist, I don't think, which is annoying because they brought back Ekdeath for 1.4.3, but then 1.4.4 T-Mod Loader came out, and now Ekdeath doesn't exist yet again. But I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I will see y'all next time.